There's still no telling how soon people will be travelling in large numbers again, and today Virgin Atlantic became the latest major airline to announce massive layoffs due to the pandemic. With UK-based carrier says it will be axing just over 3,000 jobs, or nearly one-third of its total workforce. The airline's founder, Sir Richard Branson, has asked for state aid to help Virgin Atlantic survive the pandemic, but the British government has yet to back any bailout. Well, while Downing Street may not be ready to open its wallet for airlines, governments on the continent are. France has promised nearly €8 billion to Air France-KLM, while Italy has announced it will renationalise carrier Alitalia. But Europe's largest airline, Ryanair, hasn't applied for a bailout, and its CEO says government money hurts low-cost carriers. Neil O'Reilly reports.
Europe's biggest airline hasn't escaped the economic devastation hitting the global aviation sector as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Ryanair has cut thousands of jobs and has grounded most of its fleet. Now the budget flyer is focusing on how it can operate under crisis restrictions. In an interview with Euronews, its chief executive lashed out at some of the measures being considered.
What's important, though, is that the regulators don't design any idiot restrictions that are not implementable on board an aircraft. You cannot have social distancing on an aluminium tube. But we've also seen regulations that says you should wear rubber gloves and use hand gel after every interaction at an airport check-in desk. Completely and utterly medically ineffective, nonsensical, and all it's designed to do is to give you the impression some regulator is doing something, when in actual fact it has no effectiveness whatsoever.
Across the industry, companies are in a battle for survival. Ryanair welcomes the support for staff payrolls, but it lambasts the bailouts of state operators.
Instead of the governments treating all airlines equally, they are massively subsidising the state aid junkies, such as Lufthansa and Air France. Alitalia has been renationalised, an airline that has never made money for 74 years. Why aren't all of the airlines? Ryanair is the biggest airline in Italy. EasyJet, I think, is the number 3 airline. We don't want state aid, but we would like to see significant reductions in the municipal taxes and the airport charges in Italy instead of massive doses of state aid crack cocaine to Alitalia.
A member of the European Parliament's Transport Committee told Euronews he understood Ryanair's complaints about state aid, but said Europe had to support jobs.
European tourism, there are about 25 million jobs, and I strongly believe that we need these jobs. So this time we have to put the European tourism and travel sector on a ventilator. So we need money, and not only from the member states, also on the European level.
The EU insists any support for travel and tourism companies is an extraordinary step and will be temporary. But that's done little to assuage Ryanair, and it's pushing ahead with a legal challenge to the state aid. Neil O'Reilly, Euronews.